What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. So today AMC was down for 1.32% for the day. It had a high of $16.13. Average volume on AMC is around 52.12 million, but today's volume was around 29.83 million. The volume was slightly better than the average volume that has been coming in every day, just because we had a pretty good solid green day today. There is no news coming out of the company, and for the meanwhile the short sellers are going to keep shorting the stock towards the downside. Now let's come over to the GME. GME was down for 0.41% for the day. It had a high of $132.60. The average volume on GME is around 4.28 million, but today's volume was around 1.77 million. Everyday volume is almost half of the average volume that has been coming in every day. But there are some bad news that has been coming in the aftermarket. Today we had the earnings for Amazon, Apple. Now as we can see on my screen, Amazon was up for 4.65% for the day. It had a high of $2,918.75. As we can see, the average volume on this stock is around 3.70 million, but today's volume was around 5.84 million. But what happened in the aftermarket is just next level. It has gone down almost 8.96%. So Amazon had a miss in its earning just because of the Rivian electric vehicle company that they were having was in a loss. So that's what created a significant downtrend in their balance sheet. Now, Amazon is one of the biggest companies out there. If these stocks get beaten down badly, then it is going to impact the overall broader market in a negative way. So we were actually expecting some sort of upward momentum coming into the SPY and the overall broader market. But after this earnings, Amazon, we are going down. It is very clear by looking at the earnings of Amazon that we will most likely get into a recession very soon in another 6 months to 1 year time, which is not at all a good news for anybody. Even in the earning reports of Amazon, it's for very clear that the demand is going down. And we have the earnings for the Apple as well. It was up for 4.52% for the day. It had a high of $164.52. The average volume on Apple is around 88.38 million, but today's volume was around 129.74 million. So you can imagine, since morning Apple has been ripping really high, but in the aftermarket it's down 2.02%. It had an earning and it was a beat. It was a pretty good quarter, but the things come down to the guidance. Apple avoided to give the guidance. What does that mean is basically they are not confident where the economy is going to go from here onwards and where their company's outlook is going to go from here onwards, which is a very dark news that's coming all across the broader market. We're going to have a massive red day tomorrow. Most likely a lot of people are going to start buying puts at the market open. It is most likely to be a very solid red day tomorrow, and AMC and GME are both going to get affected by that. Now let's come over to the SPY. The SPY was up for 2.53% for the day. That's a lot of upward momentum. One day it goes down 2.59%, one day it goes up 2.53%. If you are able to catch this volatility, most likely a lot of people are making a lot of money. Now, SPY had a high of $429.64. Now, there is no good news so far regarding the SPY. We know that very well. Still, the stock market is holding up very well. Now, the kind of bad news that we were expecting regarding the recession and the downtrend that we're going to experience in the big tech companies, especially Amazon, it has already started now. So we better be prepared for what is coming in few more months time. There are going to be a lot of job losses. In short, things are really going to get hard. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now I'm trying to increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. All the whales are on to the downside. They're just betting hundreds of thousands of dollars in AMC to go down from here onwards. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the little whales are doing, majority of them are on to the downside and they are betting a huge amount of money, which is indicating that the AMC is going to keep going down from here onwards. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GME. Now I have increased the premium to max and see what exactly whales are doing. Whales are on to the upside, that's for sure, and they are all betting that the GME is going to go up from here onwards. But there was nothing majorly suspicious coming in the whales option flow. When I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the retail is doing, majority of the retail is on to the downside. But there were a lot of call buying also happening. A lot of investors are still fully invested and they believe that the GameStop can squeeze towards the upside. But after the kind of earnings we had in the Amazon, these are one of the biggest companies out there. If they have some sort of a negative earnings, which can pull down the stock market to extreme lows. And now the Apple also started going down in the aftermarket just because they were not able to provide any guidance what is going to be the future for the company in the near term, which is a very negative indication towards the overall broader market. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the large whales are doing. Majority of them are on to the downside, and they are all betting that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards. There were a few bets which were a little bit suspicious. There was this $380 put option that has been coming from a very long time. There were a lot of people, those who have been betting this $380 strike price, and this one is going to expire in 14 days, and these are 12,000 contracts this individual is buying, and he's paying $1.27 million for it. And they are all betting that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards. There were a few call buying that was happening, and this is basically, I believe, they were betting this just because there was a solid green day today, and there were the earnings of the big tech which were expected to be super good, which will send the broader market a little bit more into the upside. But after the Amazon loss, I'm pretty sure the overall broader market is going to tank tomorrow. This is just getting started. We're going to have a severe downtrend for many years in near future. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, the mini whales are also onto the downside. Till this morning there were a lot of investors who were betting that the SPY is going to go up from here onwards, but now during the end of the day I can see very clearly those are a lot of people, those who are betting that the SPY is going to keep going down from here onwards. And I personally believe as well, tomorrow we're going to have a big red day. Rest, we just have to wait it out and see how this is going to play out. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.